I'm Sav and this is Lockham Eats. Today I'm going to show you guys...
I don't understand.
It's like he hears it and he just has to... Oh, she said, hey everyone. Hey everyone, I'm Sav and this is Lockham Eats. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make chicken confit. Confit means to cook slowly in fat. This produces a super tender and juicy chicken with a really crispy skin. Let's take a look at the ingredients. We're going to need 4 chicken thighs, salt and pepper, 4 sprigs of thyme, 4 cloves of garlic, 4 bay leaves, and about 4 cups of fat. Let's get cooking. So originally chicken confit was used to preserve meat because if you properly confit this chicken, it will last up to like 6 months in your fridge, and you can even leave it in a cool, dry place for a few weeks without it going bad. I don't recommend that, but that's originally what it was used for when we didn't have refrigerators like we do now. Now this recipe is super easy, but it does take a couple days to make. Most of the time is hands off, but you do need to plan because it's gonna take about 1 to 2 days to make this chicken confit. First thing we have to do is dry brine our chicken. So we are going to take our chicken and completely cover it in our salt. We want to get on the skin and underneath the skin as well. We want to make sure that this chicken is perfectly seasoned throughout, and it's going to extract all that extra moisture in the chicken. Now we're going to coat this in some freshly ground black pepper as well on both sides. Now we'll take a Ziploc bag, or you can use a mixing bowl, and we're going to put our chicken pieces in there along with our thyme, bay leaves. Take a knife and just give your garlic a little smash. And you'll throw the garlic pieces in there as well. Now we're going to let this chicken sit in the fridge for 12 hours and up to 24 hours. So I brined some chicken last night and we let it come up to room temperature. So this is ready to go. All we have to do is dump all of this in our pot. And we'll take our fat, and the reason that I was so vague on what kind of fat you need is because you can use whatever you want. So I'm gonna use a mixture of some duck fat and vegetable oil. You can use chicken fat, lard, you could use all vegetable oil, you could use a 50-50 mixture of olive oil and vegetable oil. I don't recommend using all olive oil because it has a pretty strong flavor and it will like overpower your meat. So we're going to dump our duck fat just right in here. And you want your chicken completely submerged. So now it really depends on what pot you're using, how much chicken you have, with how much oil you're gonna use. So we're just going to fill up this pot so the chicken is submerged. And this is a lot of oil, but you are going to be able to reuse this oil, so don't worry about it. And this oil will be super flavorful and delicious. All right, so now our oven is preheated to 250 degrees. We are going to cover it and we're going to put it in the oven for about 2 hours until the chicken is tender but not falling off the bone. Now, most of the recipes that I've seen for chicken confit say to cook it up to 8 hours, even 12 hours, which the first time I tried that, I cooked it for about 6.5 hours, and it was way too overdone. It was falling off the bone. There wasn't that bite that we like in our chicken. The skin was super crisp, but otherwise, it wasn't as juicy as I would have liked it. I found that around 2 hours, our chicken is super tender, but still juicy and has that bite. But of course, it depends on how big your chicken thighs are as well. Our chicken has been baking for 2 hours now. It's super tender, it's starting to pull away, but it's not falling off the bone. So at this point, you can let the oil cool and then you can refrigerate it. Make sure your chicken is completely submerged in the oil. That will create a barrier between the bacteria and the chicken, so it'll last for a long time, like I was talking about. This makes the perfect shredded chicken for salads, tacos, flatbreads, anything. Or you can crisp it up in a pan or broil it in the oven like we're gonna do today to get that really crispy skin. So we're going to turn on our stove to medium-high and let our pan heat up. So we're going to use a little bit of oil to oil our pan, and like I said, you can reuse this oil. So after this, I'm gonna strain the oil and you can reuse it for anything. It makes amazing potatoes, amazing vegetables, literally anything. It's gonna be incredible. It's the duck fat, the chicken fat, vegetable fat, all mixed in with the thyme and garlic. It's super flavorful. So don't throw this away. So we're just gonna put a little bit of oil into our pan. All right, let's put in our chicken. We're gonna start with the skin side down to get that nice and crispy skin. So now we'll just sear these for a few minutes until that skin is nice and crispy. All right, let's flip this over and get the other side for just a minute or so. All right, let's take these off. All right, let's just cut into this. Look at that nice crispy skin. Can you hear that? Oh, it's gonna be so good. Look how nice and juicy, super tender, it just cut through. Looks amazing. It's gonna be hot. My husband will just throw it in his mouth. It's like burning hot and he just swallows it. I have no idea how. Super juicy and tender, and then you've got that crispy skin on top. This is an amazing way to cook chicken. And the one thing I love about these is you can do a big batch of these, keep it in the fridge, you've got chicken for the entire week, or if you have a bunch of people coming over, cook a bunch of this a couple days ahead, and then all you have to do is broil it in the oven for a few minutes to crisp up that skin. And you've got an amazing chicken confit dinner for a bunch of people. I hope you guys enjoyed my chicken confit. The full recipe can be found on my food blog at logomeats.com. I've got new delicious dishes coming out every week, so hit a like and subscribe below. I'll see you guys next time. Hey-do.